Well, welcome back again, Dr. Liberto.
Thank you.
Last week, you spoke with Jason about the word Catholic and what it means to be Catholic.
Right.
We want to explore this week what the differences are between being a Catholic and being a Christian, obviously noting that Catholics are Christians.
Right. I suppose that some might say Catholics aren't Christians. I mean, that would be, some, I guess, fundamentalists might say something like that. No, we are Christians. Let's just get that out there and clear. We're followers of Christ, and the Catholic Church is named that because that name crept in, like I mentioned last week, very early on with Ignatius of Antioch, and it's been something that now is in the creed. When we talk about the church, one of the notes or the characteristics of the church is that it's Catholic, right?
One holy Catholic apostolic.
It has to be all four of those notes, and they're kind of intertwined. So, to be a Catholic Christian means to embrace the fullness of the faith. That means that we take all that the church has taught in her 2,000-year history, and we assent to that. Now, that doesn't mean that things that were taught, say, in the 4th century haven't developed.
Sure.
There are certain teachings that are taught upon throughout the ages, and they get clarified and developed.
It's a living church.
So it's an organic, developing faith. God is one. God doesn't change. One of the things that we would say about God is that he's immutable because he's perfect, doesn't need to change. But our understanding of God changes. So because the greatest mystery, the Trinity, is infinite, God himself is infinite, and we can never know him in an infinite way, we grapple and we grasp and we come to know God bit by bit. And so in 325, when you have the First Ecumenical Council, the Church says something significant about the person of the Word. He's God from God, light from light, true God from true God. Well, that gets developed in the next council, and then the next council, and by the time you get to Chalcedon, you get what we call the main Christological Council of the Church, talking about Christ in his two natures, one person, the hypostatic union, all this technical stuff. Well, we still believe that today. So to be Catholic is to say, Nicaea is still binding on me. We still recite the Nicene Creed at Mass. And yet so is Trent, and so is Vatican I. And it would be rather wrong-headed to think that Vatican II somehow supplanted all that. No, Vatican II has to be seen in continuity with Vatican I and all the councils that went before it. So, to be a Catholic in the 21st century is to have this long tradition that we look to guide us. And to me, that's what's so great about being Catholic, is that the fullness of the faith is there, and there's so much to learn. And because God has made us that way, we always quest for the truth. There's something, for me being Catholic, that it's satisfying to know, and this is going to be kind of strange to say, it's satisfying to know that I'll always have something to go learn.
Exactly. It's always a quest for knowledge.
Always a quest for
understanding.
Knowledge. Think about it. The Catechism is really like a concise handbook of the teaching of the Church.
Sure.
But what is it? Some 850,
Huge.
900 pages. So there's a lot to learn. It can't be fit into a simple little pamphlet. And for some that might be daunting, but you could read through your catechism probably in less than a year, and again you'd get the basic teaching of the Church. But all the theological thought that's there would fill up libraries.